Hello. It's nearly Christmas. That's right. Welcome to Vlogmas. Right, enough of the Christmas, the jingly bells music. Welcome, hi, it's Martin, and this is another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. As I've just said, it's Vlogmas. Yay! We've just done Vlogtober, which is basically a daily vlog in October. As I said though, wasn't interesting enough, I don't think, to do a daily vlog. So we kind of did 2 a week, sometimes 3 a week. And that's going to be my approach again. So Vlogmas obviously ties us in so nice and neatly with Christmas, with the festivities, the holidays. And to be a little bit corny and coin the phrase from the song, it is the most wonderful time of the year. It's my favourite time. I love it. It's all about resting and gifting and spending time with friends and family. So I'm super excited for Christmas. And yeah, I just thought I'd pop along, say hi, talk a bit more about what I was going to do for Vlogmas, share with you a sneak peek of the Advent that I'm doing. So I hope that you are all well. I hope that you are sitting down comfortably. I have a glass of wine. It's 4 o'clock here in the UK on Saturday, the 27th of November. Small slip of wine. This video will hopefully go up on Sunday and then get us all in the festive spirit, ready for all of the fun, the madness, the crafting that's going to take place during December. So welcome if you are a new viewer. Hi, it's so lovely to have you here. As always, welcome back if you are a returning viewer, if you are a subscriber. It's so lovely to have you here. I just love making these videos. I love seeing all the comments, chatting with you all, and just really sharing a little bit about what I get up to crafting wise. So as I said, it's Saturday today. I'm just getting this video up and ready for Vlogmas, and obviously Advent is going to begin next week. We have the week off work. We are going to Winchester on Tuesday with my mum and dad, Mark and I, which will be great. We're going to do some Christmas markets, stay in a hotel, go out for dinner, all of that loveliness. We were going to Hamburg, so we were going to get up from Winchester, fly to Germany, do the Christmas market in Hamburg, but we've made the sad decision not to go. We won't mention the other C word. We'll talk about Christmas, but the other C word is the reason why we're not going to Hamburg. I feel like it's probably the safest option not to go. We don't want to get there, be stranded, or get there and Christmas markets closed. There are lots of Christmas markets across Germany that have already closed. Increased restrictions, testing, and I think it feels like a lot of admin to go on holiday. So as disappointing as we are, we're going to be at home, which means we're going to come back from Winchester and we're going to get our Christmas tree and then decorate the flat. So the baubles need to be finished by then. For those of you that are here regularly, you'll know about my baubles. I've got 2 to go. So the baubles will definitely feature during Vlogmas. So yeah, this is just going to be a little mini series again. We did Vlogtober and I kind of did 2 or 3 videos a week. I'm going to do the same throughout Vlogmas. There will be at least 2 videos a week, possibly 3. The main focus of Vlogmas is going to be crochet, and we'll come on to that in a moment. The main focus of Vlogtober was knitting. Of course, we did the Stephen West mystery knit-along. So we're going to give a bit of love to crochet throughout December. But for you knitters, there will be lots of knitting content. I've got the baby blankets to finish. I've got my baubles to finish. I still want to try and finish my jumper. I was going to say there'll be a new cast on, but there can't be a new cast on. There might be a Christmas Eve cast on. So we might talk about what my Christmas Eve project might be later in the month. So yeah, I hope that there's going to be lots of interesting things for you all to get involved in, and you can share your Christmases with me. I'll share mine with you. We're going to decorate the Christmas cakes, go Christmas shopping, all of the fun of the holidays. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Advent, and this year, like last year, I'm going to do a mini blog series for Vlogmas, but focus predominantly around my Christmas Advent. And once again this year, I'm taking part in the Toft Advent. So Toft, if you are new here and haven't seen any of my fangirling episodes about Toft and my love of crochet and amigurumi. I'll pop a couple of links to, there's a playlist that I've created where I talk about all my Toft creations. So I'll pop a link in the description box below to that Toft playlist if you are really interested in crochet and Ed's Menagerie and Kerry Lord from Toft. Go along and check out that playlist because there's a lot of videos where I feature some of the crochet. But the Advent is a crochet one. Each day we get a little bit of the pattern and we create something as we go throughout the month. And this is my 4th year taking part, and it's the 5th year of Toft doing their Advent. I was new to Toft a few years ago and joined in when I knew about the Advent. I missed the first year. Gloria the Panda was the first year's creation, and I do need to go back and make Gloria at some point, add her to my festive list. But let me show you some of the previous year's creations, because this year we're doing a bird. That's all I know. But if I look back over previous years, meet Noel. Noel is a chipmunk and he's super cute. Honestly, this tail is just the craziest tail. So this is Noel the chipmunk and this is Rory the red cardinal. And this was my first Advent. So this was the Advent 3 years ago for me. And what I love about the Advent is you get all of the wool, the stuffing, everything to make the creations, and you just get that little snippet of pattern every day. So usually there's an easy animal, or when we were making 2 of each thing, so there was an easy animal and a more complex animal. Loads of video techniques on YouTube and Instagram if you are new. So if you found me and you are taking part in the Toft Advent and it's new for you, there'll be plenty of support from Kerry. I've learned so much over the years from joining in, so I hope that you really do enjoy it. But for example, we might get the part of the clue will begin and say, we start here. So we start a leg and we just stop there. So that bit of the pattern will take you 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then the second day, you might finish the leg. And then the next day, you might do the same thing. And then we start with the body and we might get to here, and then we'll start some shaping. So they're bite-sized chunks, and the way I was doing it when I was making 2 at the same time was trying to keep up and do both together. So I would do one in the morning before work, and then I'd do one in the afternoon after work. And yeah, I just really liked it. It was a really good incentive for me to get up in the morning, get out of bed, and do a bit of crochet. So this was 3 years ago. This was my first one. And as I said, so the more difficult one, and you can see, you know, we had these details on the eyes, we had colour changing, we had the loop stitch, we had loop stitch with colour changes. So this was the more complex creation for Noel, and then Rory was slightly easier. This body and the head is crocheted in one piece. And again, you might have done the bit of the wing tip and then gone to that here. And then you create the rest of the wing the next day. So absolutely bite-sized chunks again. So that was 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, we had Elvin, the Yule goat, and Estella, the clockwork nightingale. And obviously, Estella was the fancy, more advanced creation, and Elvin was the simpler one. So Elvin follows that very standard Toft shape, where you have this kind of pear-shaped tummy, which is really cool because then they sit up, the legs splay out, and they sit up on their own. He had these lovely, lovely golden horns. So if you're only making the simple one to begin with, this was just challenging enough just to be able to keep you interested. So we had these lovely horns. We had this lovely little billy goat. Ooh, it's like a little beard like mine. Lovely little beard. And then we had the little bell around his neck. And then we had the more advanced one. So this was Estella the bird. And again, if you look actually compared to Rory, very similar in terms of standard shape. So head into body, so that's one piece. The legs, you know, slightly more advanced then because the claws were a different colour. We had a 4th claw on the back, but the standard form is very much the bird with the wings, the bird with the wings. And what we then did that made this one slightly fancier and a little bit more complicated then was all of the embellishments. So, you know, we had these chains and we created these lovely little tops that sit on her head. We had all these lovely jewels that sat on the wing. And then the crazy, crazy tail. I loved doing this tail. And this one, literally, up until the point that I was sewing, I still had no idea what this was. And I know lots of people said the same thing. So this was such a joy to crochet. So these two were then the year before. And then last year, rather than doing 2 creations with sort of an easy and a difficult, we then switched that up. I say we, Kerry then switched that up. And last year was a doll. And my YouTube family helped me name my creation. So this is Llywelyn, which is a Welsh name. And like, honest to God, this hair is, I'm just, still now a year later, I am absolutely obsessed with his hair. He's got this lovely little silver flash. And like, honestly, if I could have hair and a beard like Llywelyn, I would just, like, he's such a good looking chap. Honestly, look at that mane. So last year's was a doll. So we just had one creation. And then in the same way with sort of easy and difficult techniques, what Kerry allowed us to do was customize it as we were going. So for example, the gloves, I took the easy option. If you want to go back and find out why I did the easy option on the gloves, feel free to pop back and check last year's Vlogmas. The more difficult option was fingers and gloves. Oh my word, they were fiddly and I did not enjoy that. So I did the easy option. I actually quite like him with his gloves now. But there were options to customize as we were going. You know, I made a white wizard effectively and we named him Llywelyn, but you could have made a witch. There were multiple hairstyles that you could do. You didn't need to do a beard. So it was brilliant to be able to customize that. And again, simple parts of techniques. So we might have done, these booties do come off. So we made the little boots, we made the little hands, standard doll form. So legs, body, this is a little jacket that we crocheted on top. And loads of new techniques. So if I lift his hair up, sorry, Llywelyn, you've got this wonderful, wonderful collar that sits around his jacket we made. And we crocheted this little jumper on for him. It was such fun. I really, really enjoyed last year. The staff, secret note, there's a pencil inside here. I don't think you can hear that. I wanted to be able to make sure that it kind of stayed upright. So it was crocheted, and Kerry said, you know, when you're crocheting these small circumference items, because I think this is like 6 stitches in a round, pop a straw or something in that helps you kind of keep the shape. And I was like, oh, actually, I'm just gonna, I took a pencil and I just left the pencil in because it means that he's now got quite a rigid wand, which was brilliant. There is a crown for him. I don't have the crown with me. I don't know where the crown is. He doesn't wear his crown very often because I don't feel like you can show off his hair. Honestly, the nieces come over and pick him up and I'm like, you can play with him, but you have to be gentle with him because these you could be a bit more rough and tumble with. It's like, you need to be gentle with Llywelyn. Yeah, this wonderful cape with the jewels on. So I had such fun doing the doll last year, and all we know for this year is that we're making a bird. That's it. So I'm super excited to be able to add to my collection. Thumbnail? Yeah. Honestly, if you could be in love with a doll, I would be in love with Llywelyn's hair. My hair started falling out when I was 17, so I think that's probably why I'm a bit more attracted to him. Or maybe that's the thumbnail. But anyway, so we're going to make another creation to go into my menagerie. And I'm not going to do an unboxing now because we'll do that during Advent. Although I've just realised we're in Winchester for the beginning of Advent and I'm not going to take the whole box with me. So at some point, I might film a bit of footage that I can put in on the first. We'll do it that way. Right, so all I'm going to show you is the box. Or maybe that's the thumbnail. So we have Toft, fragile, please handle with care, thank you, hashtag Ed's Advent 2021. And it's a big box this year. Now, the only sneak peek you're getting, I have taken it out of the box once, so I do know what's in it. But the only sneak peek you're getting is this. Honestly, it is gorgeous. So, in previous years, we've had a display box, or one year we had a kind of a triangle, like a Christmas tree shape, that you lifted the lid off and all of the wool and the bits were inside. Last year we had a square hard box. Pop back and watch last year's video if you want to see more about what that one is. This year, we have drawers, and in the drawers are individually numbered packages, which is just brilliant, because the last few years we've had the lovely display box, but we've just had balls of wool, and we've just used the balls throughout the month. Each day, pick up this colour, use this. Whereas this year, in our box, we have individually wrapped packages, so it's like an actual advent. I said I didn't do Gloria the Panda, which was the very first year. I understand, I didn't really follow Toft at that point. I understand there were individually wrapped packages with little bits of wool for each of the numbers, and then the next few years, then obviously Toft went through just giving you the balls of wool to do that yourself. This year we've gone back to individuals, which makes sense why this sold out. The Toft Advent this year sold out in 2 days, 3 days, like super popular. I nearly missed out because I thought, oh, right, great, I'll do that on the weekend. And then all of a sudden there was another post like, we've nearly sold out. I was like, what? No, I need it. So I bought it, I got in, and I'm so glad that I've got in, and I'm able to share that with you now this Christmas. But yeah, I can see now why there were limited slots available for you to join the Advent, because it must take so much work to create the Advent, all of the individual bags with the individual pieces. Yeah, like honestly, we're being spoiled with the quality and the uniqueness for what we're getting this year, which is, I'm super excited. The only spoiler, and this is the same for you and I, when we did Estella, the box that she came in had lots of cogs around it. And it's like, obviously the cogs mean something, but had no idea. And of course, then she's the clockwork nightingale, so the cogs made perfect sense to be part of the clock. This year, on the box, you will see the jewels. And on top of the box, we have these little jewels. So it will mean something. So it will be a bird with jewels? I have no idea. What bird could we be making that's got jewels in it? I don't know. So that's going to be super exciting to see what happens, see how the pattern develops. And I'm really excited to be able to share that with you. So that's probably all I wanted to cover in this video. I'm going to have another slurp of wine. And yeah, that's Vlogmas. So there will be lots of content. As I said, 2 or 3 videos a week is my aim. Lots of knitting content as well to share with you. I've nearly finished the baubles. Then we're going to have to make the baubles. They're going to need to be sewn and stuffed and blocked. So they will feature all the way throughout Vlogmas as we're going. So if you're not a crocheter and you've just been here for the knitting, then please stick around. There will be plenty of knitting content for you, as well as all you crochet lovers getting to explore the Advent with me. And I'm really excited, as I said, to share that with you. So I'm going to leave this video there. As I said, just a short introduction. The first video will hopefully be up Wednesday, Thursday next week. To share the first couple of days. I'll do an unboxing, I'll show you the drawers and the packages, and then we'll get going and we'll start making this year's creation. So please let me know in the comments below, are you joining in the Toft Advent? Are you joining in in an advent, whether it's knitting or crochet. What are you doing? What are your plans? Let me know what you're up to. I love to hear what you're doing. And of course, if you're on Instagram or Twitter, tag me in your post so that I can see what you're making. I would love to know. I'm just a little bit nosy like that. And I get a lot of inspiration from what you're all making to add plenty to my projects list. Because we all know 18 things on my whips list is just not enough. I obviously need more because I'm crazy like that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. This jumper is getting very warm. One more reveal. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video there. I'm going to edit this up and get it onto the YouTube. And yeah, thank you very much for giving me a little bit more of your time today. And until we speak again, happy crafting.